Hi friends, welcome back to Merstack Adaptive Training Sessions. So in this session, we are trying to access the REST APIs and web services exposed outside the Adaptive. Okay, so let's see how we can. I mean, what type of API or web services we can use. So we can use the freely available APIs, or we can consume the secured APIs also. So this is the website available, which is freely you can access. Um, so it has a user data, and this data is all fake. It's not related to any entity in the world, but the request and response are real. Okay. So here you can see the data for users. You can create the data. I mean, you can create the users. We can update and delete whatever possible methods for REST API. All are available. So we are going to use this website to implement our use case. Okay. And SOAP-based web service is also available freely. So this is something called DNE online calculator. Here, before consuming this web service, you just try it whether you're able to access. Okay. And this WSDL has all the information about the web service. What are the methods available? What kind of data we can pass? Okay. So let's see the request and response. These API and web services, how they are expecting a data and how they're generating the data. So to the REST API, I just get the URL and I just paste it in the Postman. Let me hit this URL. So this is what the URL only we need, okay, to access this REST API. And this is the response you can see. So if data is available, we can see the for, let's go and see. So single user for 2 data is available, okay, and say not found. For 23 there is no data. Okay, so we'll take this two thing, and then we'll try to demo or use case. So for 23 there is no data. Okay, so and SOAP based web service, to show that I use the SOAP UI, where you can import that WSDL, create a SOAP based project here, and then import that. You can go here and project name you can give, and then that WSDL URL you can give and create this project. Once you create the project, you will be able to see service. Inside the service, you'll be able to see the methods available. So I am using add method to demo. So once you click on the request, it will show what kind of data it's, and then you can pass the first number, second number. So let me change the number, and then you can hit the execute button, and then you can see that this is how the response. Okay. Okay, so then once you know that this REST API is available, this SOAP-based web service is available, then the first activity in Adaptia we need to do is we need to create the consumer, respective consumer for both REST API and SOAP-based. So once you go to the consumer, I have already created consumers for both the services. So for, let's say, for the REST API, you give the name, description, and then you need to select consumer type. So for REST API, you need to select REST, and then you need to pass that URL. So here I am passing this dynamic URL, so that once you change the request from the REST client, it will get overridden here. So for different user, you can use this URL. Okay, so this is nothing but the context variable. Okay, and then we'll be getting multiple values for this context variable, and based on the value, this URL will get executed. Okay, and then the response will be we are hitting the get method, and then response will be the text. So our consumer is ready. Okay, so for SOAP based web service, we need to select the consumer type SOAP, and then HTTP location, and then we have this WSDL URL. We need to uh, uh, first try accessing this. If you're able to access, then there will be no issues. Okay, then once you select this, right, this service name, binding, and endpoint will automatically populated. And once that is done, you're ready to consume this web SOAP based web service. Okay, Yeah, so both the consumers are ready now. Let's go directly to the process flows and try to consume this. So for REST API, I have simple, so I drag and drop that consumer here, and then this the output of this REST API I'm holding in the REST response variable. This is a context target, and this process flow I'm exposing as a REST API so that I can pass the user values dynamically. Okay, so I'm not hard coding anything inside the flow. So let's see how we can expose this. We know how to expose the simple process flow as a REST API. So again, we need to go to the web service section provider. So here, if you see, I have two web service provider for both use case. So let me show you first this one. So name, description, common. You need to select publish type REST, then give the meaningful resource path, and then you select your use case implementation. And since we are not passing any body, simply we are passing the URI parameter. So we are selecting get method here, and inside the get method, if you see this ID parameter, we are passing as a query parameter. Okay, and then the output of our process flow will be a JSON. Okay, so once you hit the JSON, it will ask for the schema. So as I said, like this is what the schema we have created for a response. So we know how to create the JSON schema. So let's skip that part. Let's go directly here. So we are ready with the provider. Once our provider is ready, let's try to access this through API doc. So if you see it here, it's asking for the value. So let's pass the value first. Start with 2. So you can see for 2, we are able to see data as per our expectation. Okay, let me pass 23. So as per our expectation, it should be empty. And if I change 23 to 3, yeah, for we can see the data is available for 3. Okay, so this is how we consume the REST APIs, whether it's an internal REST API or external REST API, the method is same. Okay, so let's go for the use case second part where we are consuming the SOAP based web service. So here we are passing the request and response. So let me show you that how the request and response looks like. So we are going to use add method. So add method request is something like this. Okay, int a, int b, and then response will be something like this. Okay, add response, the result will be there. Okay, so I have created a schema for both the request and response. So we'll be getting, oh, sorry, not this one. We'll be getting request from the client, our REST client, and then that request I'm storing in the REST request variable, and then that request we are passing it to consumer. Okay, this consumer is for say SOAP based web service, and then this web service will generates the result, that is a add method result, and that result I'm storing in the REST response, and then we are exposing this process flow as a REST API. So the result which will be here in the REST response variable, that will be send it back to whoever is consuming this API. Okay, so let's see how we can, we know how to expose this as a the REST API. So let me go to the, so this is what that web service provider, and here if you see I'm exposing it as a REST API. So and then we need to provide the resource path. Here if you see, I'm selecting that use case implementation, and here we need to select the post method because we are sending the request input a and input int a and int b, that XML we are sending it. So here we are sending, we are saying that request will be XML, response will be XML. Once you say it's in the presentation layer, once you select the media type, it will ask for the schema. So I have already created XML schemas for both the request and response. So we are ready with the provider. Let's see how we can access this. So let's go to the API doc again. So since this is a post method, right, we will expect the body. So let's copy the body from the notepad. So this is what the body is expected. And let me pass it here and hit this tryout. Okay, so you can see the result, right? Let me change the value and see. Okay, so you can see the result here. Add response. Okay, so this is how we can access REST API and SOAP-based web service. So hope you liked it. Thank you for watching the videos, and please share with the friends. Subscribe the channel, hit like button, bell icon, and let me know if you have any specific topic for this videos. And thank you for watching. See you in the coming videos. Bye.